Good morning, boys and girls. This video is for Tuesday, April 7th. Okay, so yesterday on the Easter egg hunt, I was wearing these Easter egg earrings. And I know they were kind of hard to see because they were clear. But good job, Isaiah Fairley. You were the first one to find these Easter eggs. Now, today, it's a different color Easter egg, so you might be able to see it a little bit easier, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what you're going to do today. Okay, to start things off, you're going to be able to read a book of your choice this week because we're not going to start our new book till after vacation. So make sure to read the book that you want and have your parent sign your reading calendar. Okay, boys and girls, for handwriting today, we're going to be doing the letter L. Does anybody have an L in their name? All right, I have a lowercase L in Bollinger. All right, so make sure you tilt your book and make sure you're writing in pencil. You're going to start at the middle line, loop it around, loop it down, and go below the line. Look at the uppercase L. It's not connected to the rest of the word. Now for the lowercase L, you're going to go up and around. It's like a big skinny E. Up and around. And you do connect that to your other letters. Now for our math, we're going to be telling time to the 5 minutes. So that means we're going to tell time not going to each minute like 5:01, 5:02, but to the nearest 5 minutes, counting by 5, 10, 15, 20, where it's pointing exactly at the number with the minute hand. All right, so this is page 619. And for this, I would like you to get your clock that you made so that you can act it out if we need to. Now, you're going to practice counting by fives and tracing them. So you're going to go ahead and trace this with your pencil. 5, and as you count, you're going to go ahead and write the number here. So you're going to go 5, write it down. 10, write it down. 15, write it down. All the way around to the 8, and then that's going to be, I wonder what that's going to be. Go ahead and count it going around, and then you will see how many minutes that is. We did that before when we were practicing. You're going to write that minute hand pointing to the 8, and then you're going to write the time on the clock. Remember, this is the hour, and this is the minute. Let's go on to the next page. Now, it takes 5 minutes for each hand to move to the next number. So when you're counting the minute hand, you have to count by fives. Now, the hour hand, you don't count by fives, remember. Each mark on the clock is 1 minute, but we don't have to learn how to tell time that way in 2nd grade. So this clock shows that it's 40 minutes after 9 o'clock because you counted 40 minutes and this hand is still on the 9. So 9:40. Or another way to say it is 40 minutes after 9. Let's try this first one. I'm going to make my clock do the same thing. All right, so my hour hand is a little bit past the 12. And let's make my minute hand the same. All right, so this is my clock is matching this one. Okay, so when I do it, I like to do the hour first. So the hour is between 12 and 1, but it's still in the 12 area, so it's going to be 12 something. Now the minute hand, I have to count by fives. Look at, they've done it for me here. All right, so I'm going to jump to numbers. Now remember, when you're on 12, you don't count because you haven't gone anywhere yet. So some kids will go 5. Well, that hasn't gone anywhere. You can't start 5 there. You have to jump to the 5 and 10. Okay, so remember, this is 0. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it would be 12, 20. That's how you do these problems. Now we're ready for our Scholastic activity in our sheet book. Now today we're going to be talking about rainbows, and you get to read books about rain and rainbows. And that's kind of appropriate since we've had rain the last couple of days. Okay, so when you do the activity, what you're going to do is you're going to find a new page in your booklet, and you're going to draw a shape. So the shape can be a triangle, a rectangle, a circle. And then after you draw the shape, you're going to add arms and legs and make a picture out of your shape. And the thing today is we were learning about the rainbow and the colors that make a rainbow, and they kind of give you a little way to remember that. Try to see if you can use the different colors of the rainbow, and then you're going to write down what colors you used by making little captions or labeling it to see if you can use all of the colors. Now, I know that there's a song that goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Well, that's not all the colors, because really that purple is indigo and violet, and they tell you about that in the video. So the indigo and violet, you're going to have to get like 2 purples. The indigo is a little bit blue purple. And if you don't have those exact colors, try to get as close as you can. All right, and make sure you label the colors, because we're learning about the colors of the rainbow today. All right, today we're going to be working on our scrapbook. Now, we've been doing pages one at a time, and I want us to finish some of the pages we've already started, because we are going to be doing some new pages for April, but we're going to have to get some pictures for that. So if you have some pictures that you want to be on your April pages, because it's going to be learning at home for our April pages, you can send those to me. If you've already sent me pictures, I can choose some of those, but if you really want to choose which 2 pictures you want, make sure you send them to me and tell me, I want these for my scrapbook, because I'm going to get 2 pictures for everybody at some point, but if you send me the pictures, then you'll be able to choose which ones you have in here, and if I have no pictures, then I'm not going to be able to print them. So make sure you send me pictures if you want to choose. If you've already sent me at least 2 pictures, you can use those. But I'm going to tell you what we're going to do for our March page. Now, there's 2 people who've already finished their March page, and everybody else is somewhere in between. So Anita and Isaiah Fairley have already finished their March pages, so don't be worried when you're like, where's my scrapbook page? Well, you already finished it, so it's here with me. All right, so now for your March page, I believe everybody has glued on their strip of colored paper. Make sure if it's loose that you glue it down. You should have the title and the month. So this was March, so you need to make sure that March is there, and the title was school activities. Everybody has some different pictures. A lot of you have pictures from the science day we did, and then some people have pictures from the magic show that we did. There's a few people that have pictures of the balloon globes. It was just some kind of pictures that I had, and I'm going to explain what to do. You're going to obviously write about what your picture is. So if you haven't finished writing, you need to finish writing about the picture on your first page. This is your first page with your title. The picture should already be there. You're going to finish writing. Most of you are like maybe partway through your writing. Some of you have already started writing it in pen. When you're done writing it, have somebody read it just to make sure you didn't make any bad mistakes, and then write it over in pen. And that's telling about this first picture. Most of you, like I said, it's about your science day. If it's about something else, tell about that. Now for your second page, let's show Isaiah's page for this one. All you have to do is write a caption. Remember we talked about that? That's just a short explanation of what this picture is. It already says this is, so you need just put our magic show or whatever it was. Just a very short caption, and then you need to color in the frame. And make sure you write everything over in pen when you're done. Now I know a lot of you were so curious. What are those straws for? Well, now you're going to learn. Now, we're done with our required work, but if you have time to do the recess optional activity, this is what it is. So you have 2 straws, so you're going to start with one. You're going to unwrap the straw and, well, don't unwrap it yet. Let me show you what you have to do. You have to cut the paper first. You're going to be making a straw rocket, and I've attached a tutorial that someone else made, but I'm going to show you real quick how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a regular piece of paper. You're going to use, you could use a piece of scratch paper with writing on one side, that's fine. So I cut it in half, and now I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces. I just put them on top of each other. This does not have to be perfect. Okay, when I do things where it's an even number, like I need to make 6, first I cut it in half. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to make, if I take 6 and divide it by 2, that means that I have to do 3 on each side. So I'm just going to make a little slit, so that's going to be 3 pieces. So I'm going to cut there, and I'm going to cut there. So you could make 12 rockets for this straw rocket. You don't have to make that many. Okay, so you unwrap it, and you're going to just wrap the paper around the straw. Do it kind of loose because you're going to have to get it back on. So I just wrap it around. It's sticking off the end. And then I'm going to take my Scotch tape. Okay, so then I'm going to Scotch tape it so that it keeps its shape. Now, take it easy with the Scotch tape because if you put a lot of Scotch tape on here, it's going to weigh it down. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you, once you have these cut, if you want to decorate them, you can color this, make a design on it if you want it to be colorful, but you don't have to. I wouldn't draw like pictures because you're going to roll it and you won't really be able to see that. Okay, so then I just fold down the top and tape this. I use 3 pieces of tape. Okay, and that's my straw rocket. Ready? Now, if you want to do extra credit this week, remember you can always do those extra credit pages that I packed for you if you need to, and there is that tutorial on Monday's video that shows you how to do those pages if you need it. Probably a lot of them you can figure out to do without watching the tutorial. And then there's the extra credit math pages if you want to do the homework pages. And then Mrs. Moore has a lot of things on her page on the website. So hopefully that will keep you busy. Oh, by the way, I'm really sorry about that Frisbee thing yesterday. How I didn't know it was going to rain. So if you haven't been able to play with the Frisbee, you can go ahead and put it together and then, play with it another day. Because I made that video on Friday and I just wasn't thinking about rain. So hopefully you're keeping up with all your work. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.